Hey everybody, welcome to your Tuesday Tech Tip. My name is Patrick. Today we're going to talk about Padlet. I'm sure a lot of you are already using Padlet, but one thing I really like about it is there are four Padlets that you can use that are really great for teaching and learning in the classroom. So let's talk about them. If you've never used Padlet before, you can go to Padlet.com. You can sign up for free using your school Gmail account, and if you'd like, you can install the Mac desktop application. Once you've logged into Padlet, you'll be on a dashboard that looks similar to this. With the free version of Padlet, you get 6 Padlets for free, and keep in mind that you can change, modify, reformat those Padlets at any time and reissue them to your students with a new URL as well. I would like to point out my 4 favorite Padlets you can use in the classroom for teaching and learning. If you've never made a Padlet before, you would go make a Padlet, and you will see the different kinds of Padlets that you can use. I recommend Canvas, Shelf, Map, and Timeline. If you haven't noticed the new Map and Timeline Padlets, then you might really like what you find out today. So let's start with the Canvas Padlet. So a Canvas Padlet is a typical mind map / brainstorming tool. You can add boxes with information anywhere you'd like on the Padlet, and you can connect those boxes with lines like a typical brainstorm or mind map. To create a new box on any Padlet, you can either push the plus over here, or you can just double click wherever you'd like it to go. You can add a title. You can give some information if you'd like. Or with any Padlet, you can add in a variety of different media. If you click here on the web icon, it will use whatever search term you have or whatever term you have in your title, and it will search automatically for you. It automatically goes to the web. However, it will search audio. It'll give you GIFs, video, and images. Do not always assume that these are all free to use and share. Make sure you're checking your source and using content, of course, that you are free to use, but you can automatically add that in. So I can add that into my box. If I would like to connect this box to another box, you go to the 3 dots, you say connect to post, and I can connect it to this one if I like. If I don't like that, I can disconnect the post by clicking the X, and I can connect it to another. Say I want to connect it to my main idea, and there it's connected. So this is your typical mind map Padlet. The next one I'd like to draw your attention to is what is called the shelf. This one here. Okay, the shelf creates content in what they call stacks, but they're mostly seen as columns. So you can see an example of it here. Why I like the shelf version is because I can create a column for every single one of my students, and I can have my students individually enter their content into a specific spot. So in this case, I've used the See, Think, Wonder activity, and each student has put their responses under their name. The last 2 I'd like to talk about are the Timeline Padlet and the Map Padlet. These are relatively new. You may not be aware. You may be aware that they're there. The Timeline Padlet is simply a timeline. It gives you a line, and you can add events as you go along. It'd be great for using individuals and societies, but you could also use it for any class in which you wanted to demonstrate sequential ideas. The last one that I wanted to quickly have a look at is the map, which is also relatively new. It's quite an exciting Padlet. It actually has an embedded map inside the Padlet, and you can zoom in, zoom out to the whole world, and you can add points. So there'd be a lot of different kinds of applications. If we were looking at our world in the global context, we can zoom right into a specific area. You can either use your trackpad to do that, or you can just push the plus button down here in the corner. When you add a point on the map, you can't double click. You need to use the plus button, and it will either give you the option of dragging this pin into the map, or you can actually search a place. So if I drag the pin in and put it on somewhere, the Padlet will try to predict what your location would be. And in this case, it doesn't really look particularly accurate based on the name on the map. So I might just say the general area, which is Mali. You can, of course, again, you can add in some information. I'm going to add in an image, and there we go. And then when I zoom back down, you can see this point. I've also already added some other points. The other way you can do it is by just hitting the plus button. You can get Padlet to search for a location. I'm going to have it search, and then it will create a point for your search. Again, you can add some media. It'll upload it, and there you go. So you could have students come on here and add different points on the maps, annotate those points for a variety of different tasks, I'm sure. Canvas, Shelf, Timeline, Map. 4 excellent Padlets for teaching and learning in the classroom. Thanks for watching your Tuesday Tech Tip. See ya.